Welcome to Kick Him in the Head, a podcast that takes an inside look at the world of mixed martial arts, featuring interviews from some of the top fighters from South Africa and around the world, with a focus on the EFC and UFC promotions. I'm your host, Yao. Join us as we delve deep into the techniques, strategies, and mindsets of these world-class athletes, learning from their experiences and getting insights into what it takes to succeed in the toughest sport on earth. Get ready for an electrifying conversation on the Kick Him in the Head podcast as I welcome the one and only Ntando Zulu Warrior, Zondi. With an undefeated 2-0 pro record, Zondi is a force to be reckoned with in the flyweight division of the EFC. Hailing from Team CIT in Pretoria, he is fresh off a victory in July 2024. This rising star is on a 4-fight win streak, amateur and pro, and is showing no signs of slowing down. Help me in welcoming the one and only Ntando The Zulu Warrior, Zondi. Ntando, welcome to the Kick Him in the Head podcast.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it. Man.
I think this conversation has obviously been a long time coming, and now with you fighting in your third pro fight at EFC118, we finally get to have you on the show. I'm very excited about it.
I'm excited to be back, man. It's been a while, I've been held up, but I'm excited to be back.
So you're currently on a 4-fight win streak, professional and amateur. With an undefeated record like that, what do you think sets you apart from the other contenders in the flyweight division right now?
I would say, I don't know. I think maybe my IQ, I guess, or my work ethic. By force, really. I would train with Demart. Obviously, he's always pushing me back to back. So I think I work really hard. I have to push the pace constantly, Monday to Sunday. There's no rest days. Demart doesn't believe in rest, so we push every single day. Maybe that's what sets me apart. I don't know. I haven't faced everyone yet, so I think that's what sets me apart for now.
You mentioned the one and only Demar Penna. He's just won out in UAE Warriors 53, former Aries bantamweight champion. How's training at Team CIT been? How's it been training with Demar? How has that elevated your game and gotten you ready for this fight?
I mean, like I said, we're working Monday to Sunday between Team CIT and Fight City Gym. Mostly at Fight City Gym, it's a bit closer. So, man, it's like watching that guy train and following. I mean, I can't keep up most of the time, but following in his footsteps. I mean, I can definitely feel myself getting elevated, getting stronger, faster. My IQ is also getting better. So I think leaning against people like that, like you said, he actually said this in the morning. You know, you got to associate yourself with people that work hard. You know, don't associate yourself with lazy people, or you become lazy yourself. So I think that's an attribute that I really truly appreciate from him, and yeah, it's going to take me really far in my career.
Going to take you really far, but training with someone like that and the skills that you're going to be getting, or you're getting right now, has given you dominance in your first 2 fights. As much as you say, you haven't really done much, we've seen the performance you've put in your first 2 fights. Yeah. But with who you're training with and the skill that you've shown in the Hex, has that created a little bit of an issue where it comes to finding fighters to fight you, people to fight you? Are guys reluctant to step up, or is it easy to get these fights? And shout out to Godfrey for taking this fight, because Ntando is a phenom. So has it been difficult to get fights?
I wouldn't know. Honestly, I wouldn't know. I think for me, I just sit back and wait until I get a name. I'm not into the business of calling out people. I accept whatever's given to me. You know, I don't think I've ever called out anyone in my life, in my career. I think whatever's sent to my manager or Demart, I'm not by force. I'm told to just say yes. So I say yes, and then whatever assignment is next, I keep taking it. I mean, Godfrey is also a tough opponent, and he loves to fight. So I think that's why he also stepped up, and he loves the fight. I love to fight, and that matchup really makes a lot of sense.
That matchup does make a lot of sense. Godfrey comes from a boxing background, skilled boxer. You're a Muay Thai specialist, Muay Thai champ. How do you see this fight going, stylistically?
It's gonna be a scrap, man. It's gonna be a scrap. It might be a dirty fight. Might be not dirty in a bad way. I think it's more gonna be inside the pocket, a lot of grappling, a lot of wrestling. Might be fight of the night. I honestly think it's gonna be fight of the night. It's gonna be a war. It won't be. I don't think it's gonna be as technical as I'd like it to be. Because like I said, he's a tough fighter, man. He's a tough fighter. I really do respect him inside the cage. He does come there to fight. So I think it's going to be a scrap. I'd love to keep it technical, because I think obviously that's my strong suit. But he he's more of a scrapper. And I give my opponents what they want. If I'm fighting a grappler, we grapple, and then I just want to prove that I'm better in every single aspect. So whatever it is that someone presents me, I'll stick to it, and I'll beat them in their own game.
Now, this is obviously a very big opportunity for you to climb the flyweight rankings in the EFC.
Yeah.
After EFC118, obviously, from this conversation, you're going to be victorious. What do you see for your career after your third win?
Look, I don't want to stay too long in the sport, man. The sport is not the healthiest sport out there, So I really want to get to the top as fast as possible. So whatever fight that makes sense to get me to the top is a fight that I'll take, whether it's here or anywhere else. I really want to make money. I'm not here to just fight. I'm a very competitive person, but I want to make money at the end of the day. So whatever opportunity presents itself, if it makes sense, I'm definitely taking it without a blink of an eye. I'm taking it, and yeah, it's just up to my managers and Demart. Whatever they say, I agree. I don't argue. I just take it as it is. But like I said, I want to get to the top as fast as possible. So whatever comes, I'm taking it.
After your last win, you did do the money sign. Graham, Ashley, you need to pay me. So I fully take that on. But what age would you?
They didn't agree. I don't know why, but yeah, man.
Graham, Ashley, I hope you're listening. Please pay Ntando.
Yeah, I need money, man.
His performances are stellar. So, with that said, when would you want to retire then? It is a bruising sport. It does take a lot out of you mentally, physically. Your family life does suffer. You have to travel a lot for fighting. When would you like to retire in that case? Like, what's your vision in terms of your career?
I haven't thought about retiring at all, but I think a good 5 years in the sport, that would be great for me. I think it will give me enough time to get to the top as possible. I also want to have a life outside of sport. I love sports. I've been competing in rugby, hockey. Man, I've done it all really since I was as young as possible. Since grade 1, I've been playing rugby. So I think I've been a very competitive person. I'd love to be as competitive for as long as I can, but at the end of the day, the sport is very taxing on the body. So when my body feels like it's had enough, I'll definitely listen to my body. But I think I've got a good 5 to 8 years left in my career.
Okay, now this kind of moves away from the actual fighting, but you're known as the Zulu Warrior. Why the Zulu Warrior, and what does that moniker, what does that nickname mean to you, and how does it influence your fighting style?
I mean, I embrace who I am. I'm a Zulu. I'm a Zulu man. I come from KwaZulu Natal, Imandeni, Zululand. My father is a Zulu man. My mother's a Zululand from deep Zululand, the great town, Nasinkandla. So that's true. That's me embracing who I am, and I've been inspired like people like Zulu Boy. Actually, initially, when I wanted to come up with a name, I thought of Zulu Boy, and then I was like, man, I can't disrespect him like that, man. I cannot do him like that. So I had to work around the Zulu theme, and the Zulu Warrior sounded like it slapped, and it's been slapping ever since. But essentially, it's just to embrace who I am. I'm Unonda Bukakashi look, and I need to embrace that. And yeah, that's who I am.
Amazing. Now, interestingly enough, King Shaka left the name Zulu Boy, and now you train with him at Team CIT. So it actually might have been befitting that you're the new Zulu Boy. Like, when Batman wasn't Bruce Wayne anymore, it became someone else, but it's still Batman. Yeah. But okay.
It definitely could have worked, but I think that man's left a legacy, whether he's King Shaka or Zulu Boy, and for anyone to taint it or come anywhere near close to that name, it's just, I don't know, man. Maybe someone will eventually, but I'm not that person. There has to be, sometimes you just have to bow. You have to bow down, man. And I think if you don't bow down to Zulu Boy, then I don't know what you're doing, really.
We just saw him absolutely destroying his opponent in Rising this past weekend. It was a phenomenal performance. Unfortunately, he's left us. We're not likely to see him in the Hex anytime soon. But like you said, he left an amazing legacy in the EFC, and Godspeed to him in his international career. It's great to see him now in the international career, one of the most seasoned vets in the EFC, the only double champion, double champion in EFC history. So yeah, I agree with you. That's a legacy that it isn't one to turn your nose up at. It's one that will last for a long time. So 100%. Respect to you, respect to King Shaka.
Yes, sir.
Now, Ntando, one of my favorite parts of this show.
Kick him in the head! Fighter quiz.
It's time for the fighter quiz. So,
I'm nervous now. I don't know why.
Oh no, you're gonna enjoy this one.
Let's see.
Which celebrity would you like to fight?
Which celebrity? Too small, but I think Sean O'Malley would be a great matchup. That would be a sparkling fight. I think that would be. When you say celebrity in the MMA industry or like outside of that?
Well, if you consider Sean a celebrity, that's fine. It could be anyone. It could be Elon Musk. It could be Emmanuel Macron, because technically he's a celebrity even though he's the president. Heck, it could be Cyril, because technically he's also a celebrity even though he's yeah. So basically anyone famous. Let me put it this way: anyone famous.
I don't know, man. I think I'll stick with Sean O'Malley, man. I don't really follow celebrities a lot. I don't know a lot of South African celebrities for all I know, actually. But whatever makes me the most money. So I think Sean O'Malley will probably be like a money fight. Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah.
Mind you, Sean O'Malley made what $3.2 million when he lost to Merab. I think
on
Merab
a loss. Imagine that.
On a loss, and Merab made 1.4 million. But obviously, that's how the contracts work.
Yeah.
Contracting the MMA space is interesting. Next question: if there was any historical figure that you could bring back to fight, who would you bring back, or who would you go back to fight?
Oh man. A historical figure that I'll bring back to fight. Who's retired? Let me try and think who's retired. Well, John Jones is about to retire. Let's keep John Jones back in for the next 20 years. If we could bring back John Jones for the next 20 years, I mean, that would be pretty cool. But I think
Dana would love that.
I think I'll stick with John Jones, man. I don't know. Or maybe Rumble Johnson. I definitely wouldn't want to fight him, but I think that man was powerful, man. That was a force to be reckoned with. I'll definitely bring him back.
Yeah, he's one of the legends of the UFC. He was at that time where the heavyweight division had just started, it had just gone past the infancy, but everyone was just so like hardcore, like just fighting. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, you made it interesting. I remember watching him and DC. Man, I really thought he was gonna finish DC in that fight as well. He had DC rocked as well, so I think that man lit up the heavyweight division, man.
Rip to Rumble Johnson. Unfortunately, he did pass away last year, but yeah, one of the great fighters in the UFC.
100%.
To everyone listening, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is the Head Kick Podcast at Head Kick Pod on all platforms. Please do leave comments for Ntando in the comment section. Ntando, where can people find you on socials if they want to hook up with the Zulu Warrior or just reach out to you, just get to know you?
You can find me on Instagram at Ntando The Zulu Warrior Zondi. Well, actually, it's the Zulu Warrior on Instagram. I have Facebook. That means I'm old. So my name is the Zulu Warrior on Facebook and on TikTok as well. I don't really use TikTok, but I mean, if you want to promote yourself, you got to do what you got to do. So yeah, the Zulu Warrior or Ntando Zondi, that's where you can find me on all socials.
Absolutely amazing. Ntando, thank you so much for the time. Now,
Thank you so much
before I let you go, can you please give us a little promo just saying, hi, this is Ntando The Zulu Warrior, Zulu Warrior Zondi, and you are listening to the Kick Him in the Head podcast. But if you can give me a nice, loud, big kick him in the head.
Yeah. All right, let's see. Hi, guys. You listening? Oh, shit. Wait, you listening to or you watching?
Both. Watching. We're happy with watching. Let's go with watching. Our Spotify is dead.
All right. Hi, guys. You watching Ntando The Zulu Warrior, and you're on the Kick Him in the Head podcast. Let's go. Bam. Even though that's an elbow, I mean a kick, guys. I can't stand up right now.
Amazing, Ntando. Thank you so much to everyone listening. Until next time, salute.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys, man.